Hi, this is Cheryl, and welcome to our first ever Club Creative, oneforall.com Club Creative live writing group. Well, it would have been live had YouTube not had a little moment. I've spent the last hour and a half trying to figure out what was wrong, only to find that YouTube put up a sign saying, "Oops, our fault." So instead, here's a recorded version of the live writing group. Okay, we're going to start now. In the future, what I would really love from this group is if we could talk to each other through the comments. That would be great. It'd be ideal to be face to face, but I haven't quite figured that out, and I can't afford Zoom, so there you go. But for the moment, we're just going to do some writing prompts and talk about why you actually need a writer's group. Okay, here we go. Why do we need writing prompts? Okay, funny you should ask. Oh, funny I should ask. Why isn't it changing screen? Cheryl made a mistake. Here we go. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, here's a quote from someone called Bill Watterson, whomever he may be. "You can't just turn on creativity like a faucet. You have to be in the right mood." What mood is that? Last minute panic. Okay. Now, whilst I sort of agree with that, it's rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Of course you can turn on creativity. It's a habit. It's something you learn. Let's see. Here's the catch. If you want to be a writer, or if you want to write anything really, you can't wait for creativity to rock in. You can't just sit there going, nothing yet. No, doesn't work. You have to create your own creativity. It needs to be there when you sit down at your desk. You need to be able to sit down and start writing. That's it. You can develop creativity. It's a habit. I know that for a fact because I learned it myself. When I first went to my writing group, which was 2006, I didn't write anything, and my writing prompts were absolute crap. But it got better. So, how do you do it? Okay, well, NaNoWriMo, that's one of my personal favourites. That's the National Novel Writing Month, which is November. But it's not national for the US anymore, it's everywhere in the world. There are millions of people every November who sit down and start writing at their computer, and they write for 30 days non-stop, trying to write the first draft, a very poor one, whatever comes into their mind, of their next novel. You're allowed to prepare it beforehand, but you start writing on the 1st of November, and you put your pen down on the 30th of November, and with any luck at all, you've hit 50,000 words. Think about that. That's 1,667 words a day. Now, that might seem impossible at first, but I know I've done that 8 times, and of those 8 times, I've done it five out of those 8. And the other ones had medical reasons and stuff. But if you really want to do it, you can do it. Writing from prompts is a great way to learn to conjure creativity when you need it. You've only got 3 minutes. Doesn't matter what you write, as long as you write something. I'll tell you what else is good, and that I'll do a blog post on this at some point, and that's software that shuts everything else down. So you open this software and then you go, oh God, I forgot to go to YouTube, and nope, won't load. Oh, all right, but I have to just check my mail. No, the software locks you out of everything else except what you're writing. And you tell it, you can have some that go, oh, well, I want to do this for half an hour. And it'll do it for half an hour. In half an hour, you'll be able to access your network, you'll be able to access your emails and your YouTube and everything you want to access. But for those 30 minutes you said you wanted to write, makes you write. Also, there's nasty disappearing software. And you start writing, it's basically, makes you write. Because if you pause for 5-10 seconds, it starts to delete everything you've written so far as soon as you stop writing. So you've got to keep writing. Anyway, so there are ways to force yourself to develop creativity. I know because I've used them all. Now, in order to do this, I'm just having some soda water. Oh, I live on that stuff. Not the stuff from the shop with salt, but anyway. Okay, in order to do this, you must learn to still your inner critic. Now, that's that little voice that when you write something goes, oh, God, that's not, no, 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 cut that out. You don't want that in there. It's the voice that goes, oh, could you phrase that better? That's the voice that goes, just when you start writing, oh, that's not a very good idea. Or the voice that goes, oh, I bet everyone else is writing something interesting. What's this crap? That voice, you know the one. This is not the time to be editing when you're doing writing prompts and trying to develop your creativity. This is not the time to be editing. You have to learn to allow mistakes. You have to take chances. You have to think outside the box. After a while, you'll start thinking, oh, I'll write, and you'll do the first half of the sentence and go, oh, you know what would be better? And you can leave it there and then go and write the better idea. There's no rules. Be childish, be silly, be ridiculous. Think outside the box. Allow yourself to fail. This is practice. Allow yourself to fail. Be someone else. If you really can't get it, imagine you're your favourite writer. I don't care. Somerset Maugham, Ernest Hemingway, Stephen King. Love the way he describes characters. Anyway, yeah, be your favourite writer. Pretend you're them and think, what would they write? And start doing that. And after a while, you'll start developing your own words, your own skills. Okay. Here's the rules for the writing prompts, which we're going to do in a minute. Firstly, there really aren't any rules, but, you know, you've got to have guidelines. So, write down the prompt. Because what I've found, I went back and found all my old exercises from 2006 through to 2018. And there's some good stuff in there. I'll be reusing it. So write down the prompt. You never know when you might want to refer back to this. When the timer starts, put the pen to the paper or your hands to the keyboard and don't lift them back up. Okay? You can't stop. You have to keep writing, even if it's I don't know what to write, I don't know what to write, I don't know what to write, over and over. Eventually, your brain will become so bored, your right side will go, oh, for God's sake, and make you start writing something else. Okay, do not erase or correct. Having said that, I'm a bit dyslexic, so if you are too, it's okay. I mean, I might think, oh, the house was, and I'll go, oh, God, I meant the broken house, and so I go back and put broken in. You can do that, I guess, if you want. There's no real rules. Okay, here we go. I'm Australian. Got that? Yeah, bet you got that. This is not school or church or work. This is creative. This is a creative space that you allow for yourself. You might encounter foul language. You might. Deal with it. Okay? There are a multitude of books out there that use the word fuck. It's just another word. I don't say go to church and say that to your pastor, but, you know, if the character wants to say fuck, then the character's going to say it. Okay, we are writers, and what comes out in a prompt is to be respected for its spontaneity, not necessarily its literary merit. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. All right, I promise. The more you do this, the easier it gets. I promise. It gets less intimidating. You're not just looking at a blank page anymore. You go, oh, goody, let's start. You find yourself thinking outside the box in normal life. You'll find yourself thinking, oh, I don't need to. I could, you know what I could do? And you'll have those woohoo moments outside the box. It's easier to generate ideas for stories because you're thinking outside the box. Your right brain is offering suggestions and your critic is going, oh, yeah, we could try that. It gets to be a habit. You can train your head to think and feel it differently. Okay, prompts can go anywhere. A two-liner might become a novel. Again, I suggest you, when you finish your file, save it, keep it. Okay? Prompts can go anywhere. We had about 2008, we had a picture prompt. And one of the guys in our group, it was something to do with a western, it was a cowboy or something, I can't remember. Anyway, whatever happened, there was, I'm not telling the story properly, but I think there was something about the colour orange, and one of the guys went, oh, wow. And he wrote his prompt and finished, but then when he got home, it was still going through his head, this cowboy with orange and blah, blah. He ended up writing a novel. Then he ended up writing a sequel. So you never know where the prompt is going to go. Sometimes they just won't let you go. So keep your writing. You can look back on it. It can be a source of ideas. Okay, after a while, and here's the biggie, you will be able to sit down, add a blank page, and write. It's not scary. You will be able to just sit down and go, oh, here we go. And know that you're allowed to fail, you're allowed to make mistakes. Okay. And that's that. Having said all that, let's give it a go. Okay. We are going to do a prompt, a text prompt. And I am going to write along with you. This is me over here. Okay, this is me. I just deleted. I told you not to do that. But you get the gist. Okay, what's our prompt? Funny you should ask, because I'm not seeing it on screen. Oh, that's interesting. There it is. Okay, here we are. She was the only sister to 5 brothers, but she was tougher than all of them. Okay, write that down. She was the only sister to 5 brothers, comma, but she was tougher than all of them. Okay. Okay, I'll give you a sec while I have a sip. Write it down. Okay. Now, start the timer. In 3 minutes, a sound will go off, and you will finish the sentence you're on, and then stop typing. You ready? Let's go. Wouldn't that be good if that had worked? There it is. That's right. Finish your sentence, please. Okay. Okay, well that's not great, but that's okay. That's how it goes. Okay, so now, if this were live, I would now ask you guys if you wanted to, moving up, if you wanted to read your stuff or put it down below or show it to me. If we get a few people, then you might want to email it. We can read it. But because it's not live, because thank you, YouTube, we're going to do our next writing prompt. This one's an image. Okay, we're going to do an image. Same thing. Take a look at the picture and put it in your mind, and then we'll start the timer and we'll write 5 minutes. You can describe the character, the scene. You can go completely off track. You might see something in it that prompts something completely different. There's no rules, except for keep writing. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think everyone's got that. Oh, come on. There we go. Rotten thing. All right. Oh, I forgot to start the timer. Bad, Cheryl. Try that again. Okay. All right. Timer. Wait a minute. Got to move it up so everyone can see it. Sure. It's annoying. Okay, there we go. Oh, oops. Finish a sentence. Okay, and that's it. Alrighty, that's the image done. Okay, and again, if we were live and if there was a few of us, then we could talk about what we wrote and how different they would have all been, because that's one of my favorite things about all of this. Writers are all so incredibly different. Okay, so what I might write about and what you'd write about, it would be highly unlikely there would be any similarity at all. And yet you'd think, oh, well, obviously people will write this from a particular prompt. But you're wrong, they don't. So it's interesting to compare notes. Okay. Okay, getting ready for the next one. What do we got? We have another writing prompt. Here we go. Why can't I see the little bugger there? No, there it is. There we go. Okay, let's stop the timer and here we go. Here we go. Here's our writing prompt now. The door slammed against the frame. She jumped, comma, where have you been? Okay, and we start the timer. See you in 3 minutes. Okay. Bloody. Me editing. Oh, really? Crap, I was enjoying that. Grab the finish a sentence, whatever sentence you're on. God, I don't know. Okay. And that's the end of that one. I don't know. There's always something in some of these. Okay. Now, again, we'd be discussing this if everyone was here, but we're not. So let's go. Next prompt. 3 minutes. Here, what have we got? We've got another writing prompt. Cool. First, we'll stop the timer. Then we'll move it over. Here we go. That's your next prompt. Wait a minute. We'll stop the timer. I've got to write down the thing. You arrive at a crime scene. Describe it. Okay. All right. If you're ready to go, we'll start the timer now. Okay. Okay. Coming. Finish the sentence you're writing. Don't forget, you can always come back and fix these if you want to do something with them. Yeah, whatever. Okay, that's that one. Well done, everybody. I'm proud of you all. That's 3 down, I think. If you're still having trouble, don't forget, just keep writing. I don't know. But keep writing, please. It really is something that you're going to learn, okay? We've got another image one, and then we might call it quits after that one. Let's see. Here we go. Here's a pretty little thing. Not so much. There she is. Okay, let's start the timer and get into it. Can't see the timer because it's underneath. Wait a sec. No, you keep going. I'll start in a sec. There we go. Hope you're still writing. Here we go. I don't know, anything. Okay, that's it. Finish the sentence you're on. I cheated by one word. Okay, so cool. That's our image one. Again, you know, we'd talk about it if there was anyone here to talk with and I was live. Thank you, YouTube. Actually, it's going to be interesting going live because I'm in the bush in Australia. When I say bush, I am in the bush. I'll show everyone a picture one day. But it's Australia, so it's only an hour from the Gold Coast, 40 minutes from the Gold Coast. But the reception on our internet out here is so bad. Australia is not known for its blisteringly fast internet. Anyway, we'll have to see if it actually works live when YouTube's back working again. In the meantime, let's do one more because I'm on a roll. And we will do this one that I prepared earlier. This will be fun. Okay, here's your prompt. I'll stop the timer. Yeah. Okay, we want to write a scene that includes... This will be our last one, so have fun. Think outside the box. A blind man, a crutch, and a train. Okay. Deek. All right, let's start the timer. Good to go. Thought I had. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yes, all right. Finish your sentence. Okay. Okay, well, I had trouble with that one. How'd you go? Um, I, I'm out of practice. That's the honest truth. I haven't done this since I did my master's, where everything was very, do it this way, set in stone, here's the rules, here's the regulations. Not a lot of room for creativity in that. So, I haven't done this in 3 or 4 years, so I'm out of practice too, so it's good for me as well. Um, I hope you're finding this good. I hope it's doing something for you. Uh, I hope that you're finding. I hope that you're finding it useful. I'm going to do this every week. 11 o'clock Australian Eastern Daylight Time. New York, I believe, is 7 o'clock. And Los Angeles, I believe, is 5 o'clock. I could be wrong on those. But there's a link below that tells you how to find where you are in the world and what time this group is running. So Eddie in Thailand, look it up, buddy. Okay, guys, I've really enjoyed this after a very bad start with YouTube and it not working. Still, I've really enjoyed myself. I hope you've had fun, and I hope you see me here next Thursday at 11 o'clock Australian Eastern Daylight Time, or whatever your time is down below. Have a look. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's about it. And don't forget to subscribe. Or throw me a like if you had fun. If you want to, you could leave your writing in the comments. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for coming.